So we're at the thigh. We're at the thigh twist. All of the twist bones are going to say twist on them. So let's start with the thigh bone. We're going to add a VRC twist. That's not, it's going to be called a rotation constraint. So I'm going to set this to 0.5. All of them are either going to be 0.5 or 0.25. And then I want to take note of its axis. So it says Y. I'm thinking. So just rotate on the Y, and then it's going to be basing its rotation off of the pelvis. Then activate. Now I'm going to test this to see if it's doing it correctly. So the way you'll know if it's doing it correctly is if you rotate it one way, it looks like it's working. Because if I like rotate it on the blue axis, it's not like rotating wrong, or the red axis is not rotating wrong. It's just the green axis, which is the Y axis. So that's pretty good. That works. Now, let's go down to the calf bones, and then go do the calf twist bones. So now, we've got the upper one and the lower one. The way I do these is I go to the lower one first, set it to 0.5, and so same thing for this one, the green, which is the Y. Go to the foot, have that as the reference. Make sure the weight's 0.5, and then activate. So now if I go rotate the foot real quick, it should rotate slightly with it. Ooh. Ooh. Mmm. Mm-mm-mm. That leg harrow. Why would they do this to me? What if I just... What if I just... Let's just move that under. Call it a day. What? See, that's so good though. That's so good though. Oh my god, why did they do that? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just cheat and say, you know what? I hate the way it was. So we just go to the other one, like harrow. Is that out of that one? Yeah. And then so I've got 0.5 for that one. I'm gonna go to the second one and set that one as the thing. So have 0.5 straights XY, XZ shop Y, and then you set the previous one to the thing, not foot, that one, and then activate. So if I go rotate the calf now, no, the foot, shoes, should, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect. So for the foot harrow, so the thing about it is the foot can do that, but you don't want it to do that because that will bend into it. So this is like something unique to this character, so you won't have this issue. So I'm gonna ignore it. So I'm gonna come back to this later, maybe. But we're just gonna focus on the twist bones. I'm not gonna focus on that. So the thigh, the left leg, the right leg. The right leg's done. Hooray! Now let's just go do the same thing on the other leg. Actually, we're also gonna mess with the deform bones, but for now we're doing the twist bones. So thigh twist, rotation constraint, set to 0.5. Have that rotate on the y-axis. Set the pelvis as its reference. Activate. Then go to the calf. Go to calf twist. Set this one to be 0.5. Constraints. Rotate on the y-axis. Use the foot as the reference. Activate. Go to the second one. Have that one be the calf. The previous one, as reference, rotate only on the y-axis. Activate. Boom. Now, let's go to the arms. So, now we've got... Where they at? Ah, yes, the clavicle. So you got the upper arm twist, which this has that. And then the other upper arm twist. So, upper arm twist, we're going to add VRC rotation constraint, 0.5, that. And for this one, we're going to have clavicle be it. So now if I rotate the upper arm, there we go. That's what I meant to have it on. I was like, why are the bones looking weird? So yeah, that's right. Now go to the lower arm, and this is going to, the lower upper arm twist, and this is going to be referencing lower arm. And then activate. Then go on to lower arm. Ooh, this also has Deform. Okay, so this is a really up-to-date character. So it has a bunch of cool stuff. So yeah, I'll show you how to do all of these. This is really great. Lower arm. It's also got the Deform elbows. Yeah. So, these. We're going to start with the lower one. And it's going to be referencing the hand. And it's going to rotate only on the y-axis. Drag in the hand. Activate. And then for the second one, rather than referencing the previous one like we do with the legs, we're going to reference the hand again and set it to 0.25. And activate. Then we're going to go to the right hand and right arm and everything and do the same thing. This is the lower one, so this is going to go to lower arm. And then for the upper arm, it's going to be referencing the clavicle. And then for the lower arm, for the two twist bones, this is going to be 0.5 for the hand. And then for this one, it's going to be 0.25. Set the hand. Ooh. Set the hand. Activate. Make sure I activated the other one. I did. Perfect. Now, I've gotten all the twist bones done. Now, let's get to deform bones. Deform bones are really cool. They help things deform more naturally. And stuff like that. So let's start with where we're currently at. So you've got the deform elbow in and the deform elbow out. So these are tied to the lower arm. So they should theoretically be tied to the upper arm with their constraint. So rather than using a VRC rotation constraint, we're going to search constraint, and I'm going to be using a parent constraint. We're going to set this to 0.5. Ooh. We don't want any of this. We just want the physics constraint. And then we're going to grab the upper arm. I believe this is how it's done. Now if I rotate the lower arm. It should... That should be right. I could be wrong. So let me turn it off. Let me see how it deforms before and after. See if I have this set up right. So lower arm. No, upper arm. Whoops. Oh wait, I am gonna want the rotation. Oh no. I'm gonna want the rotation at least on the z-axis. Yeah. Activate. Yeah, I like that. That's good, that's good. Then I think I'm just gonna copy this component. I think I could do that. Parent constraint, base component values. Okay, maybe not exactly like that. Okay, parent constraint, so 0.5. Turn off those except for that. Turn on that. Upper arm. I had to think about it. I was like, there we go. So now if I rotate the upper arm, the lower arm, I meant. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So I've got the right arm done. I've also noticed a bracelet, which I forgot to give a fizz bone. So we're going to go back to that. Yeah, that works. That works perfectly. Uh, Copy component. Get out of play mode. Paste component value. All right. The right arm is done fully. So I'm just going to uh actually it's not done just yet. Now we have the upper deform bones for like the shoulder area, which these are going to have like the same exact settings. So I'm going to go back to constraints. Parent constraint 0.5. Only these are going to reference the clavicle. And we're actually going to leave all of this on, I think. Yeah. We're going to do that for all three of these. Yeah, yeah. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah. I hope so. Now let's see. So if I'm right, that should deform a lot better. Yeah. Yeah. Deforms a lot smoother. So like if I go to the upper arm, see how that looks? Now look how this looks. Much better. Now I can go to left arm. Now the upper arm's done. All right. Now I just gotta do that 3 more times. Now mainly just because, uh, deform for the elbow, deform for the upper arm, deform for the knees, and deform for like the but pelvis, like groin area. So like for the front part of like where the leg connects to the pelvis and the back part, where for like the glute and everything. That stuff. Yeah, it's pretty simple actually. Okay. So for deform that, I'm just gonna type in parent so they don't pull up like everything else. All right. 0.5. This clavicle. Boom. Let me just hide the lower arm stuff for a second. This one. Ricochet. 0.5. That clavicle. Boom. And boom, those are done. Now I can go to the lower arm and go to, oh, this one doesn't have a bracelet. So it's just that hand. I don't have to worry about it. All right. So now I can go to deform in elbow and deform out elbow. So same thing for the other elbow. It's the parent constraint, 0.5. But for this, we want these two off because we want to rotate as well on the Z. Then add an empty source. And we're going to have upper arm. Same thing for in, parent, this. Leave these two off. Upper arm, 0.5. Activate. Now, that's the left arm done. Now that I've gotten those two done, let's go to the deform bones for the groin, glute, and knees. So let's start with the knees. It's kind of hard to see the knees because of these big old cloth things. Let's start with thigh L. So you got knee in, knee out. Same exact thing. Only you can see on this time, it's the green instead of the blue. So that means it's the Y instead of the Z. So now we're currently on the calf. So we want to reference the thigh. Activate, and then deform out. Same thing. Oh, but you can see here, now it's blue on this one. So you always want to make sure you know which axis you're wanting to constraint on. So now this one's actually going to be Z and not the other one. Then thigh. So now if I rotate the calf, the knee should deform a lot better. Yeah, that's significantly better. Like if I come to the other one without the constraints, it's very hard to notice probably for some people. but that's significantly better. That's how your leg's supposed to look. But now I've gotten the stuff for the knee done. Now I can go to the glute and where's the groin bone? Ah, yes, Deform groin. Oh, is that under the thigh bone? Ah, it is. Oh no, I need that. So this. So this is part of the thigh bone. So obviously it's going to reference the pelvis. 0.5. This is on the green. Actually, no, it would want to rotate on all of them. Actually, now that I think about it. So yeah, just reference the thigh. I mean the pelvis. Pelvis. So hopefully this doesn't collide with the cloth. Collide with the cloth. We chillin'. And then go to the glute, which is here, and do the same thing. Only this time, because it's part of the pelvis, we want to reference the thigh. So it's like the other way around. And that is the left leg done. Almost done. Homeway stretch. Thigh twist. Deform groin. And then, yeah, let's see. Deform knee. In and out. So this is in. Paraconstrate. We want to rotate on everything. So we can see it's the z-axis. So boom. Set the weight to 0.5. We're going to reference the thigh. Activate. Out. Band constraint. 0.5. That. We want to rotate on just the green. So that's the Y. Yeah. And then reference the thigh. I believe. Because this is under the calf, right? Yes. So now if I rotate the calf. Yeah. I believe. Alright. Now deform groin is going to be referencing the pelvis. Activate. And then for the deform glute R, it's going to reference the thigh. That's the left thigh. Get out of here. Activate. And I actually skipped over something. So we've gotten the limbs. Now we just need to do the pec bones, which is fairly simple. Spine, spine, deform pec, aim. So these are basically going to be pointing at the shoulder, which is the upper arm right here. Technically the clavicle bone's here. So whenever like the shoulder of the character moves forward, this is always going to be aimed at it. So rather than using a parent constraint, we're going to be using an aim constraint. And I've actually never used this before. So hopefully, in theory, this should actually be set to 1. And should be set to all. And should be pointed at upper arm. I think. I'm hoping. Let's actually see. Clavicle. Yes. So yeah, we want that pointed at the upper arm. So if I rotate clavicle real quick. Yeah. So yeah, that works. We did it. And for the Deform Peck aim, same thing, only referencing the right arm. So upper arm R. Activate. So now everything should be done with that. So huge success. All right. So our characters got physics, they've got twist bone support, and they've got deform bone support. Pretty baller stuff. Now I can upload it. Boop, done. Hooray. And that was done with this. I'll show you how to put it on quest. Ah. All right, we did it.